Geraldo Rivera has been known to tweet things that he wanted to take back later.
Wait, let me just take this off.
Stop it!
Like Blazing Saddles. Let me just whip this thing out. Right.
Okay, so it seems like the whole world, the media world, talking about the president who tweeted stuff out. The media reaction, though, has been, we know what prompted it. He didn't like what they said about him every day, every day.
Provoking.
Exactly, very critical. The media reaction, though, has been gigantic. It's as if he gave the launch codes to Al-Qaeda. It's that big.
That's a great analogy. Almost that big. I have to start someplace because I know, and I've had my own conflicts with Joe Scarborough over the years. I mean, sometimes pretty extreme, and where I wanted to punch him out in a bar one time. He can be very obnoxious. And there is no doubt but that Mika and Joe have been grotesquely disrespectful of this president. I mean, in a way where they call him insane every day. They say he's the worst president that ever happened, liar, liar on a daily basis. There was no doubt but that the president was absolutely provoked by Mika and Joe. But you know there's a but coming. I've known the president for over 40 years. We come from a dinosaur generation. I get that we are politically incorrect. And sometimes we say things, particularly, as Melania said during the Access Hollywood flap, that locker room banter. But the one thing guys like us never do or never should do is go where the president went with a woman. I'm sorry that it's sexist, what I'm saying now. I'm sorry that it's old-fashioned. But there is a certain nobility to machismo where you don't insult a woman, particularly her looks, particularly if she's had any kind of whatever. I just think that it was really lowball of the president. I think it's extremely unfortunate. And I am calling on my friend, the President of the United States, to swallow his pride and apologize to this woman.
Hold on. So, point taken, but all of the vitriol goes at the president. What responsibility does the press not have when they impugn him factless, insults day after day after day after day? A mental illness, unhinged. I mean, these are words you hear every day from a so-called news show on the other side. Don't they have a responsibility to treat at some level this president maybe remotely fairly?
Well, at that point, the last point, I absolutely 100% agree with. We have one president at a time. There has been a history of closing ranks to a certain extent.
Just respect.
I mean, in the last few decades, it has been pretty partisan. But we have one president at a time. And it has a majesty, that office, that has to be respected by everybody, regardless of the fact that you disagree with this or that point. Having said that, I disagree that Mika and Joe are left unscathed. I do Hannity quite frequently. We were together on Wednesday night, and Hannity did 10 minutes with their clips that really revealed an agenda that was beyond partisan. It was mean-spirited. It was, you try to denigrate someone in a very personal way, where you are insulting them, where you're going for whatever you believe the weakness of the person, physical or intellectual or ideological or philosophical, whatever it is. They nail him every day in a way that I look at it sometimes, and obviously I don't watch it much because I'm a big, huge fan of Fox and Friends, but I watch it and I say, what exactly is going on here? Why are they so bitter about the 45th President of the United States? What is so different now? I mean, to me, what is different is that President Trump, not only does he lash back sometimes inappropriately, as I think this was totally inappropriate, but other times in a sharp, witty way that really, in many ways, takes the wind out of the sails of his critics. I appreciate that, but he cannot be that bully. He cannot be that Twitter stalker person. He went too far. He should recognize this. And Sarah Huckabee Sanders was excellent and eloquent in his defense yesterday. But even to Sarah, I say to all of you, the president went too far. The president should apologize to this woman. Let's stop this right now. We've got bigger fish.
Our viewers are disagreeing with you. We're being told we're getting a lot of emails from people.
I totally get it. But you know that part of my function here over the last 16 years has been to give you my honest opinion, regardless of whether you agree or not. And this is what I feel. And I love him. I talked to him Sunday. Yep. I want him to succeed. But this was something that he gave ammo unnecessarily to the enemy. This is an unforced error. He should not have made it.
Okay. Right. Thanks, Geraldo.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.